Have you ever noticed that dominoes look a lot like a pair of dice? For example, this one looks like you rolled a 5 and a 6, and this one looks like you rolled a 4 and a 1. And that's no accident. Domino patterns were originally based on dice. However, there are a couple of important differences. For one thing, a standard domino set includes some tiles with blanks, like these. You might think of those as coming from rolling just one die instead of a pair. And the one with 2 blanks, I guess that means no dice. Also, a standard domino set doesn't include duplicates. For instance, with a pair of dice, there are 2 ways to roll an 11, 5, 6, and 6, 5. That's why an 11 is twice as likely as 12, because there's only one way to roll a 12. But in a standard domino set, there's only one domino with a 5 and a 6 on it. Anyway, here's how you can put this knowledge to work. If you have 2 domino sets, you can use them instead of throwing dice. Here's how. From both sets of dominoes, remove all of the dominoes with blanks. And from one of the sets, remove all of the doubles, 1, 1, 2, 2, and so on. When you're done, you should have 36 dominoes left. Load all of them into a bag, like so. Now, when you're playing a game that requires throwing 2 dice, such as Catan or Monopoly or Backgammon, instead, just reach into the bag and pull out 1 domino. This creates exactly the same probability distribution as rolling a pair of dice. However, and this is crucial, you've got to put the domino back in the bag before drawing again. Otherwise, you'll have a different probability distribution that results from non-replacement. And actually, playing that way on purpose could add an interesting twist to some of your favorite games. For instance, if you play Catan very often, you know that sometimes you'll have a game where a high probability number like 6 or 8 hardly comes up at all. But when you draw dominoes from a sack without replacement, the longer a number goes without coming up, the more likely it is to come up soon. Eventually, every combination will come up, or at least it will if you play for 36 turns, after which you would reload the bag. As a result, if you have a good memory, you can play strategically based on what numbers you know are still left in the bag. For instance, you might risk the robber in Catan because you know the 7 has already come up several times. And the moral of this story is, with just a bag of bones, you can create a paradise.